guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia. If you are new, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, leave me your comments on what videos you guys would like to see next. And obviously by the title of this video, you know this is going to be a foundation wear test review video. I just recently hauled the NYX Total Control Primer and the NYX Total Control Foundation. I just picked these up at Ulta earlier this week, and I will leave my haul video linked down below, hauling these items if you have not seen it. I haven't really touched these foundations. I mean, I have in store. I put this on the back of my hand and rubbed it out, and same with this primer, but other than that I haven't touched these. I mean, obviously in the haul I went crazy on the boxes, but I'm really excited to try this foundation. I've heard really great things about it from people who I watch here on YouTube, and I'm excited to see if it works for me. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to really ramble on that long. So I'm going to be wearing this pretty much all day. I'm just going to probably end up wearing, well, you know what, I'm gonna do my makeup right now. It's 11:30, and then I'm going to probably just wash off my eye makeup because I have to work tonight, but then I'm gonna have this foundation on still, so we'll be able to see. I usually get home from work around 10. I'm gonna say 10. Usually it can be 11 or 9, just anywhere in between then. And then I'll come back on camera, check in with you guys, show you guys close-ups and just kind of my opinion on the foundation. Usually when I wear a foundation to work and then I get home, I can really see if it's a good foundation because I am a waitress, so I'm always running around and sweating. I know it's so gross, TMI, but if you work in the service industry, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with the primer. 0.44 fluid ounces, which is less than half of an ounce, and you actually get less in this one. This primer, like I said in the haul, which I will also leave the prices of these down below and probably on the screen as I talk about them. Primer is $16.99 on Ulta.com, and you do get less than half of an ounce, so it's 0.44 fluid ounces, which if you're comparing it to a more higher end primer, usually you do get a full ounce of primer with tax and everything. And then if you multiply this by 2, that would still be less than an ounce of primer, and that would come out to $37.44. So if you look at it like that, I feel like you might as well just get a high-end primer, but we'll see. I mainly just wanted to try this to see how it pairs with this foundation. Also looking at the reviews here on Ulta, it has 6 reviews and it has 4.5 stars. And some people are saying it doesn't fill in your pores or controls oil or smooths. I don't know what's the purpose. Return it ASAP. Good one that somebody posted about this says, the primer is a nice pinkish tone, dries matte, and I love how it glides on. So sounds great. And then someone said, I hated it. It was so sticky. So usually if a primer is sticky, I will set it with a translucent powder. So there's that. And then another person said it's greasy. This primer is greasy and I have dry skin, so throughout the day it felt uncomfortable and heavy. Regardless, it doesn't have that great of reviews. So I'm just going to go ahead and shake it, and we're going to go ahead and apply it to the skin. It does have a dropper, which I really, really like. I'm actually going to see if they recommend it anyway. No? Okay, we can just put it on our skin. There's a picture saying you can do skin or brush, so I'm just going to read you guys what it says about this primer. So it says, not to prime is a crime. When it comes to this comfortably soft primer, delivers matte finish that's smoother than smooth, preps your complexion for foundation application. This weightless formula blends seamlessly into your skin and leaves your face feeling totally plush. Pairs beautifully with our Total Control Drop Foundation for a natural looking matte finish. I'm just gonna blend it. Oh wow. Okay, I think this feels nice. It feels very smooth. However, I can't see why people say it feels greasy. I probably put on too much. You probably only need 2 drops of it, but I wasn't sure, so I just went ahead and did 3. So this is what the primer looks like on. Smooth. I can see how it smoothed my face. I think it looks fine. Looks like a primer. We're not going to really know how the primer works until we try the foundation, which brings me to my next point, So this is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Same thing, I'm just going to pull this up here on Ulta.com. Like the primer, this one has 1,308 reviews and it has about 4 solid stars. This one retails for $13.99, so it's about $4 cheaper. However, you do get 0.01 less than you get in the primer, which once again doesn't really bother me. I usually don't go through an entire foundation. The only foundations I ever fully went through are the Hourglass Stick Foundation and the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. Other than that, never went through a whole one, so the amount you get doesn't bother me. A lot of people are saying the Proser blends well, it's easy to apply, it goes on smooth, it's lightweight, and it's long lasting. Those are pretty much what everyone's saying. People are saying I like that it's lightweight and goes on smooth. Finally, a foundation that matches my skin tone, 31 years on this planet Earth, and I finally found it. So that's also a great plus thing about this, is they have a lot of shades. Like, wow, I'm kind of shocked right now. They have tons of shades on Ulta.com. So if you're interested, I'd go check it out. I got the shade Vanilla TCDF06. The last 2 numbers of it are the shade. So I got 06. It says if you want light coverage to apply 2 drops, medium coverage is 3 drops, and full coverage is 4+. So I'm going to check out the box, and this says, with just a few drops of our Total Control Drop Foundation, delivers sheer to full coverage and a velvety matte finish. Simply adjust the number of drops you use until the desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops is more coverage. I'm actually not going to apply the drops directly to my face. I'm going to apply them on the back of my hand, and then one side I'm going to do with a beauty blender, and the other side I'm going to do with a brush. So I'm just going to drop it on the back of my hand. This stuff is so liquidy. Like, okay, I was not really expecting it to be that liquidy, but it is. I'll be using this sponge on this side of the face. Sponge absorbed quite a bit, like a lot actually. I don't know if it's pulling it up on camera, but as I look into my mirror, it looks very healthy. Like, it doesn't look like I have no life to the skin. It just looks very healthy. Usually with foundations like this that are matte, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Marc Jacobs one that's kind of like this, but that one I feel like when I put it on, I have 0 life to my skin. I have to go in heavy with contour and bronzer and highlight and everything just to add more life. This one I feel like looks very nice. Like, I still have luminosity showing through, and it looks very, very skin-like. And the color is actually matched very well. What it looks like with 1 layer in a sponge, and that is with nothing. So I'm going to go in with more on this side, except this time I'm just going to put it directly on the skin, just so we can see. And same thing, same brush, I'm just going to blend it. I'm doing this because I'm just building the coverage. So this is 2 drops that we're at right now. It says 1 drop is light coverage, 2 is medium, and then 3 or 4 is full, which you can definitely see right now. The coverage is definitely more with more drops. And I'm definitely an all or nothing kind of gal. I love full coverage foundations. Except I'm not gonna lie, the Huda Beauty one is a little too full coverage for me. That one's crazy. So, let's see. I think it looks really good. Yeah, this looks so good. Wow, I really like this. Lastly, I'm going to go in with the last drop, which is going to be the 3rd drop, which should be full coverage, which honestly, I would just stop at 2 drops. I feel like the 2 drops I have right now is the perfect amount, and it is very full coverage. So, this is the last and final drop. I feel like if you have the desired coverage that you want and it's full coverage enough, it's really pointless to just keep adding it, because then I feel like it's just like so much foundation and it's really cakey. Wow, this looks so good. Hope it's pulling up as well as it is in person. Alright, so back to my mirror. Wow, This is with 3 drops. This is with no drops. This coverage is insane. It's very, very good. I think it looks very nice. I'm going to come a little closer to you guys so you're able to see it close up. This is no foundation. Foundation. Insane coverage. Like I said, I probably would have liked to stop at 2 drops. However, for the sake of this video, I did want to add the 3rd. Now I'm going to be taking a Sigma F80 flat top kabuki. I do have a discount code with Sigma. I'll leave it here on the screen for you guys. And then I'm going to just, same thing, I'm going to be applying this to the side of my face. I'm going to start with 1 drop, and then we're just going to slowly build it up. I am expecting more coverage. Since this is a brush, the sponge usually sucks in product, so we'll see how this brush does. I actually like the way it looks with the Beauty Blender better. I feel like with the brush it looks good, but I just kind of liked how the Beauty Blender added a little bit of luminosity to the skin. It wasn't so like flat. I feel like the brush is just flat. So then 1 more drop. And then same thing, I'm going to just blend it. Also, I feel with this primer, it goes a lot better with a Beauty Blender because instead of like pressing and swiping around, the Beauty Blender is pressing it in smooth. This, I kind of feel like the primer is dragging and making it a little bit more difficult to work with. Alright, and then once again, for the sake of this video, 1 last drop. This side is the side with the brush, and this side is the side with the Beauty Blender. Just looking at it, I really honestly feel like the side with the Beauty Blender is a little bit more luminous, like I said earlier, just because it does absorb a little bit more product than a brush would. Also, I felt like with the primer, the Beauty Blender worked better. On the skin, it feels like the side that I use with a brush is a little bit more tacky, which is what people were saying about that. It does feel tackier on this side with the brush than this side. It feels more set. This side definitely feels a lot more sticky. And I mean, you can see, like, I just tapped that side of my face and product came off. Whereas, let's see. Yeah, wow. So, there's my claim that I just said. This side, I tapped my skin and look at all the foundation that came off. This side, with the side of the Beauty Blender, hardly any came off. So, that's pretty crazy. I'm going to just take my Beauty Blender like this and just kind of blend everything. And since I did tap my skin, I did have some product come off, so I'm just going to blend it all in. I'm just taking the Beauty Blender on the side that I used the brush with because we saw what I thought, and I always do this anyways to my foundation, to just blend the edges to make sure it all looks seamless. Now that I'm done trying out the foundation, and I gave you guys a little bit of history about it, I'm going to go ahead and just finish the rest of my face and I will be right back. So I am back. This is the final look with the foundation. To be honest, I'm not really loving my eyes. I kind of had it pictured to look different or come out different, and it's just not, I don't know, it's just not vibing right now, but I don't really want to redo them, so I'm just going to leave them. I thought that the glitters that I used these NYX glitters and then the steel glitters, I thought that they would mesh better together, and they didn't. I think I know what I did wrong though. I probably should have laid the steel one down first and then went in with the NYX ones. I started with the NYX ones and I could just tell from the beginning it wasn't going to be a mess. But anyways, that's not the point of this. This is what the skin looks like with the foundation. I'm just going to grab a mirror really quick. So using products on this foundation, my cream contour, my highlight, like my concealer, my setting powder, everything just sat and blended so good. Like, I was honestly surprised by how well everything just blended together and went together. I don't have like any creasing here yet or smile lines yet, which I've had this foundation on for a hot minute and I took photos of this makeup. Also, the products I put on top of it, so like my blush and my highlight, everything just worked really well together, and I really like it. I feel like this color is just perfect. It matches me very well, and I just really enjoy how this looks. Of course, the true test will be how it holds up. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up taking this makeup off before work and then just putting on more of this foundation and primer the same way I did it with you guys, just more like work appropriate. I still do my cream contour and concealer and all that in the same face powder, so it'll be the same. I just want to really see how long wear it is, but I mean, I can't wear this to work. Like, I would just look like a crazy person if I do that. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up doing that here pretty soon, and then I will of course come back on when I get off work, give you guys an update. I don't touch up my makeup at work, so you'll be able to really see how this makeup looks. I'm going to get a little bit closer for you guys so you're able to see everything and how the foundation actually looks with the products I use. Hey guys, so it is now nighttime, obviously. I mean, look at me. I just got off work. I'm gonna get my camera here, or not my camera, my phone. It is 9:37 p.m. and like I said, I was gonna be taking off that makeup and just throwing a quick makeup look on for work, but still using the foundation and primer combo, which is what I did. The primer's over there, so I'm not gonna go grab it because it's been a very long day and I'm tired. I'm already in my robe. I have to get ready for bed and edit, but I did want to talk about this foundation. So same thing, I did 3 like pumps, or not pumps, 3 drops of foundation, just like how I did earlier in the day, but like I said, it was for work, so of course I didn't have like the crazy glitter eye. So looking at it, I will zoom you guys in a little bit. This is the first time I'm looking at my face since I left for work. My highlighter is still glowing. Like, my highlighter looks pretty amazing. Those are the Physicians Formula Butter highlights. The coverage still looks good. I do see some breakup around my mouth area, but I did eat an oil and vinegar salad for dinner, so I can understand why I have a lot of breakup around this area, because I didn't really like cut my lettuce. It was like just big leaves, and I was just like, give it to me. Sides of my nose, that's how foundation usually gets on me. My nose has a little wear right there, and I'm going to attribute that back to the primer. A lot of people on Ulta, like you guys saw earlier in my video, said it is a greasier primer, and I have to agree with that. I mean, it worked better with the Beauty Blender, but it still felt like the foundation was slipping around. It wasn't like for sure locked in. I feel like if I used a more not greasy primer, or just a primer that I'm more used to, I feel like it would have worked a lot better. So there's that. My forehead looks great, however, like I said, and all this looks good. The only areas where I'm having problem is my nose and my mouth. So now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so you're able to see what I'm talking about. Okay, now that you guys are zoomed in, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but like right in this area it has some breakup. My nose right in this area has breakup. Gosh darn it. Like, sometimes, you know, when your camera is just so good that like it's not really pulling it up on camera. I feel like that's what it's doing to me right now, but see what I mean? Like, you can see better here on my nose how that is broken up compared to up here. And then my mouth, oh man, this is annoying. It's not really picking it up. But there is breakup. I just want to say that there is breakup just in this area, but everywhere else looks so good. First impressions of this foundation, my overall thoughts, price-wise, $13.99. You do get 0.43 fluid ounces. So that's the only drawback, is how little you get, which I actually really like this foundation, so I'm going to be using it more. Probably going to do a look with it tomorrow. I know a lot of people like to compare foundations to the Maybelline Fit Me line, the matte and poreless. I haven't used that foundation in probably 2 years, so I do want to try that again, just because I want to see how it compares to other foundations now that I worked into my routine. Just compare them. I know that one's really popular, really affordable, so I want to try that one. But honestly, so far this is probably my favorite drugstore foundation that I've recently tried. I really like it. I just don't like that you don't get that much. I've never gone through a foundation unless it was the Clinique or the Hourglass. However, I do really like this formula, and I like that it's not scented. I love how easy it was to work with and blend. I love how it didn't dry fast, and I really like how it made the skin look matte. I love more of a dewy finish foundation. However, I felt that this one did a really good job at making me like a matte foundation and wanting to try more matte foundations, because I do use a lot of more dewy foundations here on my channel and on my Instagram. You guys will only see me use a few matte ones. The NYX Total Control Foundation, and like I said, I'm in the shade 06 Vanilla. So yeah, that's kind of my final thoughts on this foundation. Like I said, I really like it. I'm excited to keep incorporating it into my channel and posting tutorials on Instagram with this. But that is everything for this video. Please leave me your guys' comments down below. Let me know if you've tried this foundation, what you think about it. Does it work for you? Does it not work for you? I would personally skip the primer. I felt like that was kind of a dud, and for $16.99, I'm like, I have way better primers. I'm probably going to be returning that tomorrow because I am going to Ulta tomorrow again. I will keep you guys updated like always. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. I know you want to, and I know that you know how to hit the subscribe button. So I will see you guys. When will I see you? I will see you guys Thursday. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.